How you doing? Has this ever happened to you? Hey, what happened? Who threw out the lights? No, because it's daytime. But at night, things could get dark. So today's video, I'm going to show you what the e-NV200, both 24 kilowatt hour and 40 kilowatt hour models have to help you out in these situations. Stay tuned. Okay, before I get into the video, I want to talk about something that happened to me in real. This is real. This is not a joke. Right after that big earthquake, was it 2011 earthquake in March? It didn't affect us right away. We still had electricity right after, during the earthquake and after the earthquake. But what happened was those nuclear reactors up in Fukushima, they started going, they're melting down, and two of them exploded, and the rest had to be somehow shut down. There was a major catastrophe. And when that happened, when we lost that power plant, it put a strain on most of the, from Osaka up of Japan was strained really bad on electricity. But the other power plants were being, tapped into to cover for that huge power plant that was now pretty much a nightmare. Anyways, when that happened, except for Tokyo, all the other areas around Tokyo had to do rolling blackouts. And that affected me with my school and our home and everybody else around. And it was really rough. It affected the traffic lights weren't working. It was a nightmare. And we had to do that for a few months at least until they could finally figure something else out and get something working again. So it was rough. Tokyo didn't have to do it. Tokyo was just too important. I guess it wouldn't have to do with the fact that most of the government employees live in Tokyo. So, like Parliament and stuff, they all live in Tokyo. So I don't think that had anything to do with it at all. Whatever. Anyways, so about a year before the big earthquake, I started getting this feeling that, and I've been living here, at that time, I've been living here for 16 years, something like 15, 16 years. And I was getting the feeling, it's time to get some earthquake preparedness kits. I think part of it was Katrina, what happened with Katrina and stuff. I just wanted to get ready for any kind of disaster we could have over here. And I put about $1,000 into it when I started getting all my supplies. And I was being ridiculed by my own in-laws. My wife thought it was just ridiculous. I was spending all this money that they, the whole lifetime they lived here, they never needed any of the stuff I was buying, including the inverter, this Honda inverter. At the time, that's all I could get at the time was a 600 watt inverter, and I still paid I was still $800 for that inverter, and so they just thought I was just wasting money, just blowing money away. The survival food and the blankets, emergency blankets, and all that stuff, dude. First aid kits, the water sanitizer stuff, all that stuff. They thought I was being ridiculous. Well, what is it, 6 months later or to a year later, I don't know exactly when, we had that big earthquake, and they couldn't thank me enough. We were the only house in the area that had, access to internet, lights, we're able to use our air conditioners, or if we need to, heaters. Refrigerator was not going, food wasn't going bad in the refrigerator. Often this one little inverter, we had to, trade back and forth, and use the refrigerator a little bit, then switch over to one day, you need to use the air conditioner or whatever heater. We switch over to that and stuff. So it wasn't perfect, but it really did help a lot. We had a lot of neighbors coming around and ask us, "Why do you have lights? Why do you have lights?" And and we didn't want to have there's just a whole group of people coming to our house for refuge. So we just said I remember my father-in-law said to one of the ladies, "It's a special program through the power company," and she believes "Oh, okay," and she walked away. We had a generator, and we didn't have enough to share with everybody, so we were being careful. It was a rough time. It was a really rough time. We had to get the water. We had to go take our things of water to get drinking water from over there from the self-defense forces. It was a rough time. And anyways, fast forward to now. We haven't had any situation where we need to use the generator again, but I still like to have it around. But you know what? It stinks. It stinks. You need gasoline, and if gasoline will go bad if you don't keep up with it. It's a lot of maintenance, and it's still not a lot of power. I bought this James Bond looking thing, this solar generator. It's only 250 watts, but you know, it was enough to work your computers and charge your phones and stuff. So you still have internet, you still have, and you can turn on some lights with it. 250 watts is enough to power some LED lights along with your computers and stuff. So it does the job, but it takes 2 days roughly to charge up using solar if that's all you have to charge it with. You can plug into an AC outlet to charge it quickly if you have access to power, but if you're going through a power out, no, you gotta wait 2 days of sunshine weather to charge it up again. So that's not the most practical thing. It's great for like camping and stuff, but not really too practical if you're in a situation where you're going to be without power for more than a day. And then, lo and behold, one of the nice features of the e-NV series cars, they come with an option where you can get an inverter, basically a generator, power generator for your house, and extremely clean power. Better energy is produced from this than what you get from your power lines, because it's not going through substations and transformers or anything like that, so you don't have these power peaks and low valleys. This thing is a constant, steady, beautiful, clean energy coming from your vehicle. And so we're going to go over that today. Okay, as you can see here, we have some interesting information on this display. I went over it before a long time ago. Let's go over it real quick again. This is your power consumption. This is regenerative braking here on this side of this top line where you got the little thing that's split in the middle. Not in the middle, but kind of split into thirds. Yeah, 2/3 of it split. Anyways, down here is how much power you have left in your battery. That's your battery percentage, 59%. And that's how many kilometers you can go currently on the state of charge, running at 7.8 kilometers per kilowatt hour, which isn't bad, which is not bad considering I've been using a school bus and I have not been taking it too easy. So I'm doing pretty good on that. All right, so here, this little red and white thing right above these little chunky blocks that tell your what you have power left. This area is your inverter information, and what you can do is you can set it up like if you're out and you're using the inverter, this will tell the inverter when to stop, so you don't use too much of your battery, so you have enough energy to get home or get to get to the nearest charger. And the way you do that, the way you operate that, is you have to go into the menus. I gotta go all the way around. Go into the menu, hit power plug, yes, on, yes, and then here it is. You got 11 segs. Oops, did I just, oh man. All right, here we go. Here, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and back to 11. So as low as you can go is 2 of these blocks. You can go as far as 2 blocks, or you can go as high as 11 blocks. So you're really not going to use as much inverter if you're only using 1 block on your power, what you have left for power. So I'm going to put this thing, because I'm low on energy. Did it again. Put this down to, I'm going to go all the way down to 2 blocks. And watch what happens when I click it. Boom. Down here, in the red only. Those other lines have disappeared now, so I'm allowed to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm allowed to use 5 of these blocks before the inverter will cut out and not let me use anymore. Pretty cool, right? So that's pretty nice. So you definitely don't have to worry about not having enough energy to get home or get to your charger if you're using the inverter when you're out, like at a campground or whatever you're using it for. So they've thought of everything, and so that's really clever. You can also use the inverter while you're driving, as long as you have it set in the right spot and you have enough bars, enough of these blocks. And you just go down here. This is awkward. Go down here, push this AC on, bam, and that'll turn it on. And you can do it while you're driving or while the car's turned off. Either way, it'll work. Okay? So while you're driving, or while the car's on, or even if you turn the car off, let me turn the car off. Yeah. So the car's now off. Hit the power button on the AC inverter. Boom. And now it's going to come on again. You can't go above 11, and you can't go below 2. All right, so now it's on. I can actually hear some noise from the inverter powering up. It's quite a powerful inverter, 1,500 watts. That's quite a lot of energy. I should be able to do quite a bit off of that puppy. So one thing I discovered with the Honda inverter, even though it's 600 watts only, because the energy is so clean compared to what you get from, you know, the power lines coming to your house, you can actually run a little more than 600 watts before it pops a fuse. It actually can handle quite a bit, and I'm hoping this thing will do the same. So today, not only am I showing you how to operate the inverter, but we're actually going to do a test. We are going to simulate a power outage in my house, and we are going to try to plug in as much stuff to this inverter and see what load it can take before it cuts out. That should be interesting. All right, see you soon. Okay, so first thing we need is, I'm going to pull this box out. First thing we need is this. Not this, but this. I'm going to use 2 of these. 2 heavy duty. I got these at a workman's spot. This is for like construction worker stuff. These are pretty heavy duty, heavy amperage extension cords, and they're actually pretty long too. And the e-NV, both the 24 kilowatt hour and the 40 kilowatt hour models, they both have 2 outlets, 2 sockets you can plug into. And so I'll be using 2 of these, and then all of this stuff. We're gonna try to load it up with all the stuff. Normally I wouldn't be using this computer. When the power goes out, you don't usually use it as just a laptop spine. But I'm gonna plug it in because I need to draw some amperage. I have this. I brought in these lights. I also have this light. This light is a heavy duty. During the power outage, I used these. I used 2 of these with my little 600 watt Honda. My little 600 watt Honda generator. And I had these plugged into it, and it was like, these things are bright. These things are really bright. So I think these are like 250 watts each, maybe. They're a lot of wattage. And of course I can't find the number. There it is. 200 watts each light bulb. They're really powerful. So they'll be good for drainage. I also brought an old PS3. I don't even use this thing anymore. This thing fell down during the earthquake, so it's got some pretty bad scratches on the front of it, right here. You can see where it fell down from the earthquake. Yeah, and but it still works, and so we're gonna give this one a shot too. I'll plug it in. I have a TV. I can plug it into behind there. I'm just gonna see what can I plug in, including that air conditioner up here. So the air conditioner, how many watts is this bad boy? It goes by kilowatts. Oh jeez. It's about max is 920 watts. It looks like 920 watts max. That's if it's going full bore. It will just really put a load on the inverter and the e-NV. All right. Next, let's go outside. I'll show you how we're gonna set it up. All right, I got the van parked here. Just like last time in 2011 when I had to use the Honda generator, I ran these power cords through a window upstairs on the 3rd floor, and this time I'll just use the window downstairs. Check this out, guys. So what I'm gonna do, come over here. Not very bright, but hopefully bright enough. I'm gonna plug one in the back, and it's dark. Yeah, and the nerdy part of me has decided to color code. I bought these on purpose, color code, so I know where they're coming from and what they're plugged into, or what's plugged into them. So we'll plug the purple one into the back inverter, back access. You can't see, it's fine. That's fine? Yeah, that's fine. All right, so one more time real quick. So we're running, the purple one is plugged into I would call it the main access one, because that's just easier to get to. The yellow one will be plugged into the front. Now, that one's kind of a pain to reach. It's like in the most awkward areas. Let's see if I can even find it. I have to feel around for it. I can't see what I'm what I'm doing here. It's really bad access. Gosh dang it. I absolutely can't see what I'm doing. This is a pain. This is why I never use a socket. I gotta stick my bald head down further.
I don't get anything right now.
There we go. I think I got it. All right, so I'm gonna run the yellow one to the back because check this out, guys. Check out these windows. These are made for this. They're so perfect. Little teeny windows. I can run the cable through, and they lock right here in this position. Perfect. And these windows, there's no way to access the door locks or anything from these windows when they're positioned up. So I'm just gonna run these right through here. What's going on? There we go. And the purple one as well. All right, and close the window. Up there is fine. There we go. And then run the power cords into the house. There we go. All right, come around over here, please. Now all I have to do is start her up, like I showed you guys earlier, is to hit the AC on button here. I click that. The dashboard will come on, shows you how much time you have, how much energy you can use. That's a lot. That's a lot. I'll still have like probably 3 or 4 hours of usage off of that charge there. So leave it like that. And like I said, when it's on, you can still lock up. And if you come around over here, you have a light on the dashboard, lets you know it's on. So we're good to go. Heave ho. Okay, guys. Okay, we're back inside. Let me fix this knot. I'm actually really excited about this because I honestly I haven't tried anything yet. I haven't done this yet. I've had the van for almost 3 years now. Only a couple months away from 3 years. And I've never tried this. This is amazing. I can't believe I haven't tried this yet. I should have. I should know exactly what I can do when the lights go out. All right. There we go. Now, here we go. We're going to simulate a power outage with my wife's help. Close these blinds so the outside light can come in. When they say okay, can you turn off those lights?
Everything?
Yeah, everything. That's simulate power outage. Alright, power outage. Oh no! I can't see! Alright. First thing is, you gotta find my... Ow! No. Just got it. First thing I'm going to plug into, of course, is I'm going to plug a lamp into this thing. 3, 2, 1, let's see. I can kind of see, I'm kind of cheating, there's a window here. No light in. Uh-oh. I turned the switch off, didn't I? There we go. Got one light going. Let me plug in the other light. The problem is I couldn't find our other extension cord. We have a white one I need to use for the hooking up to the air conditioner.
And the camera thing, I think.
I looked up there. I couldn't find it there. Anyways, all right. So I got that going. It's not enough light. That's what this bad boy's for. This thing's bright. Let's plug this puppy in. This will actually draw quite a bit of current off that car. Okay, lights. These are all of our lights we would need. Normally, we just be using one room. That's plenty of light. That's plenty of light for this time of night. And so now, let's get to the more important stuff. First thing, air conditioner. So I got it plugged in. I usually have another extension cord. I couldn't find it, so whatever. This is fine. So now I'm gonna try with 200 watts, and these are 40 watt each, and that's like a 20 watt bulb, or no, 40 watt bulb there. Let's see what's gonna happen when I turn on the air conditioner. Ooh. Did you guys see that?
No, I didn't.
And the lights flickered.
Them?
They did flicker, because when the air conditioner first kicks in, it's gonna...
Yeah, that's the one
That's when they really zap it.
Yeah.
But let's just wait and see if it gets worse, because it's warming up now. The air conditioner's gonna take some time to warm up. I'm gonna leave that on. It's blowing air right now, but it's not air conditioning air yet. Okay, so air conditioner's been going on for a few minutes now. It is now blowing pretty cold air out. It's working full blast right now, aircon. So I got air conditioner going. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 lights going. One of the lights is a 200 watt light. And now I'm gonna attempt, hopefully I won't blow the fuse. I'm going to attempt to turn on this old computer that I never even use hardly anymore. except for watching Netflix. What I figured out is the air conditioner is full blast right now. It's blowing some really ice cold air. So it's probably running close to 800 watts, 700, 800 watts probably right now. That's where most of the juice is going. That's why these lights are flickering so bad. I have a feeling when I turn this computer on, it'll blow the fuse. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, it won't even turn on.
Oh.
All right, let me turn off the aircon. So what you have to do on this situation, again, so it won't blow a fuse, huh? It just doesn't give enough power to turn on. Well, that's good to know, guys. So you don't have to worry about blowing your fuse. It automatically just restricts. So if I turn off the aircon, the flicker's gonna stop, and now I should be able to turn on the computer. And there it goes. So you're gonna have to alternate a little bit. But that's a big beefy boy. That's a 900 watt air conditioner. Alright, so there you go. So you won't blow a fuse, you just won't be able to turn certain things on. You're gonna have to alternate back and forth, back and forth. For example, with this computer on, I probably can't turn the air conditioner. Let's try it. Let's turn the air conditioner on. Oh, come on. But I have a feeling it's gonna freak out. It hasn't actually turned on yet. Let's see what happens. You'll know something happens when these lights start flickering. The actual inverter, the air conditioner inverter, is on this side of the wall. It hasn't kicked in yet. Yeah. No, nothing's happening yet. No wind's coming out really. Very little. Let's give it a second to kick in. If it will, it might not. This might be what happened with the computer. It might be restricted to only a certain amount of power. So like it starts off at 200 watts, I think. No, it starts off at 400 watts, and it maxes out at 940 watts. So it's probably gonna be stuck at 200 watts.
Yeah,
it's gonna be barely working. Okay, so there you go. Got your air conditioner, got your lights, got your computer, all from that one inverter in the van, and yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's something to think about in your future. It's depending on your home situation. If you have solar panels to charge your van, it's really nice clean energy to power your house or your campsite or whatever. And the beauty of it is over here in Japan, those inverters, like I have that Honda Holiday inverter for camping and stuff. You're not allowed to use them over here. They're banned from campsites over here because of noise pollution. So that's where once again the e-NV would shine, because we can use the heaters and the air conditioners and the inverter, and it's very low noise, extremely low noise. Nobody will complain, nobody will know anything. So there you go. The air conditioner is now kicking in. It's going actually really good speed. It's very cold. The wind is much, the air coming out is much stronger, and everything's still going. So that's good to know. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 lights, computer, and air conditioner going off of that inverter, and everything's working. No shortages, no fuse blowing. It's working. Just want to let you guys know, yeah, really, really awesome. And this is much better than my 600 watt one I had last time we had the earthquake. So if we ever have a problem in this country again, we're good to go. We're in really good shape with this inverter. Thank you guys. If you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. And look at my Patreon. Check out my Patreon, please. Even $1 will help. Thank you guys.